Well, you might be earning a huge income, but where do your dollars go?
Are you a Henry? Joining us for another Money Matters segment and to explain what is a Henry, is financial advisor Ernest Burley from Burley Insurance and Financial Services. So, Mr. Burley, tell us, what is a Henry?
A Henry is an acronym that stands for High Earner, Not Rich Yet. And that's a real thing. Some people are making a lot of money, $80,000, $100,000, $200,000 a year, but they don't have anything to show for it. What appreciable assets do you have versus what are you wearing or driving? Do you have property, 401k, IRA, or your children set up? So things that you can look at and say, okay, this is what my money went towards.
So are they not saving, not budgeting, or all the above?
Kind of all of the above. They're becoming a creep. And creep is another acronym. It stands for continuously raising expenses every paycheck. So that's a natural human thing. You get more money coming in and you end up spending it some way or another. So that really, really messes up your situation regarding your finances because you're spending additional money coming in when you could be saving that money.
So how do you avoid that? How do you avoid taking in a bigger income but still not being able to save any money?
You get yourself a pilot, right? So
another acronym?
Yeah, not really. I mean autopilot. So you put things on autopilot. You create an actual budget and create a savings plan, and you put that savings plan on autopilot.
So how can a person sort of get on track? I mean, when you have a lot of money coming in and you're not used to it, you want to spend. How does one rein themselves in?
Yeah, that's how you do it. You get that budget and you put things on autopilot. Certain things every 2 weeks have your money going into your retirement plan at work. Also have money going into your savings account or brokerage account, your children's savings, your emergency savings. So have things set up on autopilot so you don't have to do it proactively. It's automatically being done from your paycheck every 2 weeks or every month or what have you.
I see. So what are the things that people are spending money on that's taking away from what would be going to those savings?
Everything. So, people buy a bigger house. You get more money coming in. You get a bigger house. You get a nicer car. You buy more clothes. You eat out more. You do a lot more shopping. You go travel more. So sometimes people receive large sums from individuals, or they get a raise. It depends on how much it is. But people end up finding a way to spend that extra money when you want to try and save some of it.
Talk to us a little bit about brokerage accounts.
So a brokerage account is basically an investment account used to invest in certain securities in hopes of increasing it over time, right? Once you've tapped out your tax-qualified plans, open up a brokerage account to try to continue your efforts of saving for the future.
Okay, so is there anything special that I should know about that type of account?
Yeah, there are two things you should know. A brokerage account is not a tax-qualified plan, so any interest, dividends, realized capital gains will be taxable to you, right? So that's one thing you really want to know about those accounts. And also, they don't have beneficiaries. So I always recommend clients, when they have a retail brokerage account, to add a TOD to that brokerage account, for sure.
TOD, another acronym. Tell us what that is.
This is the day of the acronyms, right? So TOD stands for transfer on death. So basically, it's a way for you to add beneficiaries onto a brokerage account that would not have those beneficiaries otherwise.
Okay, so I've heard of this other acronym, POD. Sounds similar. Is it similar?
Into the acronym there. Well, so that stands for payable on death, and those are basically it's a way for you to add beneficiaries onto your bank accounts, right? So TOD is brokerage accounts, POD for bank accounts for the most part.
Do you suggest that people get a money manager after making certain amounts of money in annual income? Do you suggest that?
Yeah, it depends on how familiar and comfortable they are with managing money. Some people are really good at it, but that's like the vast minority of the country. So if you're not familiar with how to manage your resources and invest properly, allocate your portfolio, then yeah, you should hire somebody who has expertise in doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you know what to look for? How do you know that that's the right agent for you?
Look for some alphabet soup. That's one of the things. So, I have another acronym. It's called the choir. We'll go over this another time. But make sure they have credentials, right? So I'm going to go over credentials. Is the C. The H in choir stands for hours of experience. How long have they been doing it? The O stands for objective. So make sure they're not trying to cram something down your throat. The I stands for independent. So make sure they have access to various resources for you. And the R stands for regulated. So make sure they're singing from the choir.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining us once again. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Individuals should contact their own financial professional and attorneys to help answer questions about specific situations or needs before taking any action based on this information.